I serve as a rifleman in the militia, fighting to free the frontier. I'm a long way from becoming a pilot. But when that day comes, I hope I can live up to the honor.
Titanfall 2 is a follow-up to the Xbox One exclusive that came out back in 2013. Now available on all consoles and PC alike, Titanfall 2 takes everything that made Titanfall 1 great and amps it up to 11. Hello there everyone, and welcome to this review of Titanfall 2. Let's not waste any time, let's just dive right into this. So EA has really come out of the gate swinging this year. With Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2 releasing within weeks of each other, it's a wonder what EA may be thinking. Many would declare this to be cannibalism, a company releasing two games within the same genre fighting over the exact same market. And with the juggernaut that is Battlefield 1, it's surprising to see EA come out with this right after that game. No doubt it was to compete with Call of Duty this year. EA really wants to put the nail in the coffin for the Call of Duty franchise, and it can only be assumed that these two games are their trump cards to do so. So, how does Titanfall 1 stack up to its big brother Battlefield, and can it hurt the Titan, that is Call of Duty? Well, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this and find out in this review. Sorry, what can I say? I like to have fun here. So, right from the start, it's pretty much obvious that Respawn took the feedback from Titanfall 1 and decided to act on it. Where Titanfall lacked any form of campaign, this one does. Where Titanfall had a unique movement system, this one perfected it. While Titanfall had a different loadout for each Titan, this one changes that entire system completely and gives classes. Almost everything in Titanfall 2 is an improvement over what we got in Titanfall 1. And I feel like this was the game that we should have gotten back in 2013. Let's start off with the biggest change to Titanfall 2, the campaign. The original Titanfall gave us dialogue to go over our multiplayer matches to help explain the story, which really didn't add any sort of context to what was going on. While a neat idea, it didn't actually add anything to the immersion or the narrative, and in fact, actually rather hurt it. This time, however, Titanfall 2 has changed that completely. We have a complete story mode, and while not terribly long, sitting at around 5 to 6 hours depending on your difficulty, it was a surprisingly great time. You play the role of a rifleman named Jack Cooper. He is the man with the most generic name in history, and fights with militia forces against the dreaded and laughably evil IMC, which I can only imagine stands for something like Insanely Malicious Corporation. Anyway, these guys are very, very bad. So much so that it is actually laughable.
We have 18 hours. 18 hours until the Ark is sealed and ready for delivery. Oi, Richter! Leave the corpses alone, you sick bastard. We've got a job to do, eh? We make corpses, we don't clean them up. Let's go!
Your partner in crime, however, BT, is a far more enjoyable character, and the interactions you can have with him throughout the game make him a truly endearing partner to have.
Power at 2/3. Data core reinitialized. Ocular system online. Adjusting focus. Are you all right, pilot?
I think so. Wait, did you just call me pilot?
Yes. The late Captain Lastimosa gave you the provisional rank of acting pilot. Congratulations on your promotion. You may call me BT.
BT. Got it.
BT is more than just a voice in your head that talks to you. He is your giant robot buddy that will accompany you throughout the duration of the campaign, acting as both a vehicle for you to drive in and an AI teammate to fight by your side.
Pilot, enemy Titanfall detected. We will have to fight our way to safety. Get ready.
Sure about this?
Yes, trust me.
It's through this gameplay dynamic that I actually really found myself caring for the character. and his witty yet dry humor certainly helped.
I am 50% in love. Pilot, with the tone loadout, we can lock onto enemies and target them with tracking rockets. This will be useful in direct combat.
BT and his Titan loadouts provide multiple options when engaging enemy Titans, and learning to utilize these items and when adds a significant amount of depth that will carry over into the multiplayer. Almost every one is a representation of what you can find there when you boot it up, and each one has strengths and weaknesses that the campaign will teach you about. You will learn through fighting other Titans in the campaign. These small boss battles were a great time and made me feel like I was really in a giant robot battle, and the amazing sound only helped drive this feeling home. These fights can last up to 5 minutes, maybe more given the difficulty, as you trade fire with these behemoths, trying all sorts of tactics to gain the upper hand. It's here that you will learn what weapons work well against which Titans, and how to properly counter them, as each one of these machines can be found in the multiplayer. I'm sure by this point it doesn't need to be said, but I'll say it anyway. Graphically, Titanfall 2 is a powerhouse. While not running on anything like Frostbite, the game is a looker. The developers know this, and give you enough time to just sit back and enjoy the scenery between the chaos of battle. Between epic set pieces and excellent lighting effects, the game also runs very smoothly, with only a few hiccups here and there that I've had on my PC, and that's rocking a GTX 980. Between the amazing parkour system and the excellent utilization of BT, I found the campaign to be a surprisingly great time, something that could have easily been written off. It's just a shame that the story mode is so short. But, that being said, it's time for what Titanfall really lives on. It's multiplayer.
The frontier is worth every part of this fight. Okay, pilots.
The multiplayer shines once more in Titanfall 2. Taking the systems that brought the jetpack craze to Call of Duty, Titanfall 2 reminds us why it is the king of movement in multiplayer. With massive buildings to scale, deep terrain to take cover behind, or hills to slide down, Titanfall 2 is a non-stop, action-packed adrenaline rush that encourages you to be constantly on the move. At the start of each match, you are given the opportunity to choose your character's loadout, a system that got a thorough upgrade after the basic, bare-bones version that we received in the first game. There is so much now to unlock, from paint schemes for your armor and Titan, to weapons, to different assassination animations, and so much more. There is enough here to hold any long-time player's interest. Near the end of every match, I found myself unlocking something, which encouraged me to just keep playing one more match. That carrot on the stick mentality is also maybe the reason why this review hasn't come out as soon as it should have. Your favorite game types have returned to Titanfall 2. If you've not played the first one, Titanfall 2 comes with plenty of game modes, each with their own amount of depth. My favorites by far are the classic Bounty Hunt and Attrition. Attrition was the classic favorite of the original game, a spin on the classic deathmatch that spawns waves of grunts that help assist you with your team to your eventual goal. The grunts add a great element of gameplay, as it gives weaker players something to work toward. If you find yourself dying a lot to players, not a problem. Just focus on killing the bullet sponge bots and find yourself still contributing to the team. It is a great way for everyone to feel involved.
Oh yeah.
Bounty Hunt is more of the same, only each kill gets your team a certain amount of currency, which you then go and deposit at a bank, quote unquote, that moves around the map. Filling up the bank all the way gives your team the way to victory, though be careful because each time you die, you lose $50. The other multiplayer modes are more of the same. Last Titan Standing spawns everyone into Titan, and each player only gets one life. You die, or your Titan dies, and that's it. Capture the Flag is pretty self-explanatory, and the arena mode, that is one-on-one, I've yet to try. In all game types, the mechanics work generally the same, however. Killing grunts helps you reduce the time it takes for you to summon your Metal Monstrosity, allowing you to greater alter the flow of battle and help your allies. A team with a full group of Titans is a pretty difficult thing to overtake, however with careful tactics, it can be done. And that's the amazing thing about Titanfall 2. Even when the odds are very much stacked against you, if you play smart, stick to flanking routes and ambush the larger team, you can overcome the dominant force. It is very much akin to the way battles against Titans play out in working game, actually. There is very much a David versus Goliath feel, as pilots are fast and agile, giving you a feel similar to the likes of Doom or Quake. While the Titans have massive amounts of firepower and can mow down infantry, however, they're often slow and have many blind spots. The Titan loadouts, as mentioned earlier, play similarly to the heroes that you would find in a MOBA rather than different equipment that you'd swap on the fly like from the previous iteration of the series. Each Titan has a unique set of skills to aid it in battle, each one vastly different from the other. Do you want to be a jack of all trades? The Ion Titan is perfect for you. Or would you rather snipe? They've got a class for that as well. How about Genji from Overwatch? Well, you're in luck. These Titans all complement each other perfectly, making a diverse team perhaps the most deadly one on the field. The multiplayer has held me for hours, and I'm itching to get back into playing it the moment I finish this review. However, it isn't all perfect. Server issues were abound in the early days, and I found it a complete headache to try to keep my friends in matches. Friends would disconnect or not even join a match, even though the game said that they were in our party. However, once those stability issues are tackled on the PC version, Titanfall 2 will be a force to be reckoned with. There is one last thing that I need to bring up and applaud EA and Respawn for, and that is their restraint. Titanfall 2 has no microtransactions that I can find, and not only that, but the game has promised that all DLCs for the games, like maps and guns, will be free. This is almost unheard of, as sad as that is to say. However, recognition on this is deserved. In an industry with terrible practices that try to nickel and dime its customer base with season passes, Titanfall 2 is incredibly fair. In fact, it's so fair that I almost can't believe that EA is the one that's publishing it. Titanfall 2 is a fantastic game, and one that I've already very much gotten my money's worth. The original developers of Call of Duty have left their mark once again, and they've made a shooter that can stand up with the rest of them. Only time will tell, however, if this game becomes the Titan that Respawn wants it to be, or if it will be totally forgotten by the likes of Call of Duty and Battlefield 1. I, however, am totally in love. My giant robot itch has been needing scratching for years, and Titanfall 2 delivered. EA's FPS this season has opened up with a bang. Not only this one, but Battlefield as well. And I have no doubt that their continued support of this game and the other will keep players for a long, long time. You've done your part, Respawn. You made a great game, and the rest now is up to us. Titanfall 2 gets a 4 out of 5. This game is easily worth every single penny of its purchase price for me. Well everyone, that's going to do it for me. If you like this video, feel free to leave a thumbs up, maybe subscribe if you'd like to see more of this content. If not, you can feel free to leave a thumbs down, or not touch it at all. But I will see you all around next time. Have a good one, everybody.